Yo, what is up, guys? Tuesday, March the 8th? No, 9th, excuse me. March the 9th. Losing track of my days. March the 9th, 2021. What's going on? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all doing well, as you guys probably already noticed. Getting a little creative, I guess, switching things up in regards to when we start the stream as far as the graphic, as you all saw, because I know I normally spend the first minute or two saying, hey, let's wait a second, let everybody file in. Figure, why not we just start it early and we'll have that graphic and kind of get things going or whatever. But again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, Tuesday, March the 9th, 2021. Got a lot to get into here on a Tuesday. A lot of exciting stuff happening today. We're going to talk about it all. 843-790-3377, guys, taking your questions, comments, your calls as well, whether you want to talk about a little Gamecocks baseball. We can talk about the upcoming SEC tournament. Whatever's on your mind. It ain't even got to be Gamecocks related. You guys see I'm rocking the Braves hat. You want to talk a little Major League Baseball? We can do that. Counting down to opening day. I mean, we got a lot going on. So, again, 843-790-3377. Again, that's 843-790-3377, guys. And you guys can call that number and text that number. So if you'd like to text in your questions there, if you don't want to leave them in the question box there, you're more than welcome to text that number also. Let me get the phone lines opened up here. And while we're doing that, they should be open, I believe. They are. Okay, while we're doing that, guys, I want to tell you about my friends over at Flex Squad Fitness, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Flex Squad Fitness, guys. And CJ Profit, the man behind it all, he's been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. And, guys, the reason he's so good at what he does is because he's been there. He's done that. He knows the grind. He knows the struggle you're going through, guys. He struggled with his own weight for many years until he eventually lost 85 pounds himself doing the same type of training that he does at the gym. And, guys, at Flex Squad, they do one-on-one and small group training. Their program's a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. And, guys, the goal is to not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, make them stronger and more confident on the inside. And, guys, again, like I said, he knows what you're going through. He's been there. He's done that. He's gone through the grind. He's put in the work. He's overcome the adversity mentally. He's done it all, so he can relate to you. He's going to put together custom nutrition plans, custom workout plans, everything you need to get your fitness journey going, guys. And again, the place changes people inside and out. You're not going to regret walking in the door. You're probably just going to wish you did it sooner. And, guys, right now they offer a free week for anyone who wants to try out their classes, or 2 free one-on-one sessions to see what they're all about. Or, guys, if you go there right now, again, that's Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. If you tell them Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you, they are going to give you your first month free. Guys, it's a no-brainer if you're in the Columbia area. Of course, if you're in Chapin, but if you're in this local area and you're looking for a new personal trainer or a gym, or you're just looking to start that fitness journey, Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina, CJ Profit, highly, highly recommended. Again, guys, you get a free month. Why not? Go try it out. Again, that's Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. All right, let's go ahead and dive in everything. What's up, guys? Tuesday, March the 9th, 2021. Phil, what's going on? I see Dusty Rhodes, Brent Brooks, HML's in here. Let's see. Joseph, what's going on? Dusty Rhodes, again, what's up? Joseph says, I just saw that in Austin, Texas on Friday and Saturday, the rain stopped at like 6 in the morning. I'm pumped it's happening. Yeah. I know there was some calls for some rain, but that's good to hear. That's good to hear. We should be able to get the games in, no problem. Elizabeth Ballard, what's going on? Let's see. Joseph says, like you said, this series has all the potential to be a classic. Yeah, I think it's honestly like you're going to see this weekend why college baseball is so great. I mean, it's just going to be college baseball at its absolute finest. I can't wait. Obviously, of course, first you got the game tomorrow night against the Citadel, which is one I think fans should not sleep on. Again, guys, I talk about Blake Cooper is a really, really good buddy of mine. Obviously, had him on the podcast, and I've talked to him a couple of times, and listen, they are confident. Dusty Rhodes saying the cadets down here are mighty cocky. They think they're going to upset the squad. Listen, Citadel's a good ball club. I was actually looking at their record, though. They're, I think, 4-6 on the year, so they've struggled a little bit. And Christian Carver says, got to travel to Charleston for the Citadel for a midweek game. I would love to go personally. Unfortunately, I'm just not able to make the trip. It's just not something that's really feasible. But should be great. Should be great. Carolina Ranger says, hey, Chris, What are your thoughts about Les Miles? He's seen better days, my friend. I can tell you that right now. That man has seen better days. My thoughts on Les Miles, I mean, I'm not shocked that he was let go. I mean, you just can't be the head football coach and be married with children and be hitting on college girls. You just can't do it. You can't be bringing them back to your condo, man. I mean, it's, I've seen people say, oh, they're legal, whatever, and that is very fair. That's very true, but it's a horrid look, bro. I mean, you just cannot be doing that. Can't be doing it. Savannah, so the schedule says 6:30 Central. Yeah, so the game is at 7:30 Eastern first pitch. It's 6:30 Central. If you look at the Vanderbilt series, it's the same way. They have it listed Central time. I don't know why. They just do. Also, guys, quick side note, very excited. I just talked about the Citadel game tomorrow night. Made the decision this morning. Something I've been kind of plotting and planning out. We are going to do a live watch-along tomorrow night for the South Carolina Citadel game. So what that means, if you don't know what I'm talking about, and I just set it up as pending. So if you look on like Facebook and YouTube, you're going to see that live event there, and you're going to see the description or whatever. But basically what that's going to be is it's as simple as I'm going to go live tomorrow, like 5:45. That's when we're slated to go live. I'm going to go live at 5:45. First pitch is at 6. So I'm just going to go live during the game and be live the entire game. And you guys can see my reactions and all that stuff. And, something that I've thought about doing. I know a lot of you asked about it during football season, and I was kind of back and forth on it. We obviously never executed on it, but I'm like, you know what? We're in the midst of baseball season. I think this is a great time to try it out because obviously, if it goes really well, and I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to do every single game because there's a lot of baseball games, and I just can't make that promise. That's a lot of streaming. But with that being said, I think this is a great opportunity. I think this is a perfect time to test this out, especially because, I think, assuming it goes well and assuming there's a lot of interest and assuming there's a lot of interaction and engagement, I think making this a thing for football season would be absolutely awesome. Savannah, also, so the game is on ESPN Plus, so it is technically on TV if you want to stream. I know everybody doesn't get ESPN Plus. Here's the thing, though, because I know some people might be confused in the sense I'm not going to stream, like I'm not going to share the screen and stream the actual game. As much as I would love to do that, I'm pretty sure like the stream would get ripped off of YouTube like immediately because, I mean, that's obviously not my properties. That's ESPN's properties. Like, for example, the Texas series this weekend, I'd love to stream the Longhorn Network for you guys. I'd love to do that, but I'm pretty damn positive I would get in a lot of trouble. And it's obviously not worth, it's not worth all that. So as much as I'd like to, don't think that's something I could do and actually get away with. But we are going to do the watch along. Again, the first ever one tomorrow night. Again, I'll go live 5:45, say, and first pitch will be at 6 o'clock. And I'm excited for it. I've talked to different people about it, and it's something that seems like you guys are interested in that. So I think it's something that could be really, really cool. And I've seen other YouTube creators specifically, but other creators do it. And I think it's something that could be really, really cool and really fun and excited to do it. You know what I mean? So that'll be tomorrow night. So if you guys, if you want to, maybe on your TV, you're watching the game, and on your phone, you're tuned in with us, or if you want to do it backwards, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. And I'm going to try to, this is something I'm going to work on today. I'm going to try to have like graphics where if nothing else, it updates every inning, the score, what the inning is, because obviously I want you guys when you're tuned in to know what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? I know you guys will be watching the game, of course, but I'd like to have that. I think that'd be really convenient. So I'm going to try to see him work and just, work and see if I can make that happen feasibly, if that's possible. But yeah, no, that's something I'm really excited about. Also, my creative juices have been flowing this morning. I'm telling you, I've actually got an idea of how I'm going to flip the studio. I think we're going to completely flip this room around, which I think would actually go very well with the watch along type idea. And again, it's just time to switch up the studio a little bit. So I've got the TV here. I've got the couch here, if you will. And you guys know the setup of the studio. I'm thinking I'm going to completely flip it to where I can watch games in here. I think that makes a lot more sense. So again, I'm just kind of thinking out loud, but my creative juices have been flowing this morning. Also, guys, and I feel silly even bringing this up, but it's just funny. Again, I believe in the power of changing your mind, right? Like I think it's a superpower. I think it's a strength to be able to change your mind. It doesn't show weakness. It doesn't show necessarily indecision, but I think it's good to be able to go back and forth and change your mind and weigh options and see how you want to do things. After one day of not doing the podcast, no podcast dropped today, I woke up and I was like, And then I looked at the baseball schedule, and we have a Tuesday midweek game basically every single week. So again, you guys know the reason that I made the decision to go from 5 shows a week to 2 podcasts per week was because, basketball ending, there's just not quite as much to talk about. And, the last thing I want to do, I do not want to insult the listeners. I don't want to insult the people tuning in by, putting out shows just for the sake of putting them out. You know what I mean? Just for the sake of having 5 shows a week. If there's not substance, if there's not enough substance to call for it, like for example, today, what we've talked about, I don't even know. Nothing's going on, nothing happened. There's no basketball game today, no baseball game, etc. You guys get it. But I looked at the baseball schedule, and I've looked at the schedule, and I've looked at kind of how things shake out. And I think especially with this baseball team, as good as they are and the start we're off to, and as good as I think this team is and is going to be, again, we play Tuesday midweek games every single week. So we technically could do Monday series recap, weekend recap, whatever happens. Tuesday, a little bit of a midweek preview, little 10 to 15 minute or midweek preview. Wednesday, a midweek roundup, midweek recap. And of course, this is assuming nothing else happens, which we know in the South Ghana world is just not the case. I mean, I feel like we have more drama than anybody. So Wednesday, do that. Thursday, of course, the typical series preview and interview and whatever else happens. And of course, interview Monday too. And then Friday, kind of like we did with football, take the prediction side of things out of the Thursday show and put that on Friday for a little, Friday series prediction type deal. So I say all that to say this. I think the 5 shows a week are going to come back. And it's literally been one day. I know I sound ridiculous, but I'm just like, you know what? I truly, genuinely love doing the show. I love the daily grind. It feels weird to wake up and there not be a podcast out today. So, if nothing else, I know you guys are cool and bear with me and roll with the punches. And it's actually, it has been beneficial. I will say this morning, though, not having the podcast, I've been able to brainstorm on things and think about things and how we kind of want to go about things. So, I just genuinely enjoy doing the podcast. Like it's weird because I think most people look at it, and I've had, my own friends and people say, don't you get burnout? Don't you get, you're doing so many shows a week. Like, is it, I don't know, man. Like I know it's a lot, but I just genuinely enjoy it. I just really genuinely enjoy it. You know what I mean? So, no show today. I'm not going to guarantee there's going to be a show tomorrow, but, I'm not saying there's not either. So I'm not saying there's not. So just bear with me. Like I said, roll with the punches, so we'll see. You guys will know either way. I'll be the first to let you know, but I can tell you this for certain. The 5 podcasts a week's coming. It's coming back at minimum next week. So I don't know. Like I said, yeah, that's where I'm at. So again, I know you guys are like, Chris, we don't really even care. We'll just roll with the punches either way. But USC Insider, Seitler starting pitching. Is he really? Did that come out? Seitler's getting a start tomorrow? Let's see. Let's go back here. John Gibbs says USC 8, Citadel 4. Carolina takes 2 from Texas. We lose our first game this weekend. You heard it here first. I hear you. Hey, I that's damn near about what I'm probably going to predict. Savannah, yeah, I think for all parties, Les Miles getting out of town actually was probably a positive. I mean, that program's a complete mess. Here's something interesting because I've seen this on social media too. Rhett Godbold says Phil Kornblue stated on his show that his sources say Frank Martin is done at season's end. Have you heard anything? I have not heard that, and I would be utterly shocked if they fired him. I would be flat out shocked. And if they do, it's all coming from Bob Caslen, 110%. But I'd be shocked. I thought at minimum he's going to get next year, especially after the COVID stuff and whatever. But yeah, so Christian Carver, should Les Miles just retire from coaching after what went down? I mean, how many jobs is he going to get offered? That's the question, too. I think you got to factor that in. He might not have a choice. Todd Smith, order my Manscaped and 2 shirts, brother. Todd, thank you so much. Sincerely. Thank you. Shout out to Todd Smith. Joseph, we love hearing from you every day. Your consistency will pay out. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I like being consistent, and I appreciate those kind words. And like I said, dude, like it's like me not putting out a podcast or me not making content. I'll say this, dude, even if we only did two podcasts per week, it's not like the content's going to completely stop. You know what I mean? But at the same time, not putting out a podcast, it almost feels like it's like a fish not swimming in water. It's just like it. You know what I mean? So the podcast, like I said, literally might be back tomorrow. I don't know. At minimum, though, if we stick with the 2 shows this week, we're going to go back to 5 next week. I can guarantee you that. So. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry for being, like I said, sorry for the little bit of indecision there. But like I said, that's, I think it's a positive when you can go back and forth and you can change your mind and you can reevaluate and adjust and all that stuff. So, let's see. USC Insider, what's going on? Hunter Brown, I'll take 2 out of 3 from Texas. Definitely top 10 after that. Yeah. I don't think I don't think either team's going to sweep. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not putting out my prediction early or anything, but I don't think you're going to see a sweep on either side. I think this is going to be way too close, way too competitive of a series. Yeah, I think it's going to be way too close and competitive of a series for there to be a sweep. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. And now the question is, am I going to flip the studio around today or am I going to wait? But I'm thinking I'm going to do it today. I don't know. I think I'm going to do it today, honestly, because then we can put ESPN Plus on the TV. Yeah, I think that's the move, guys. Let's see. Justin Bell, predictions for Thomas Farr this weekend. Prediction for Thomas Farr. I think he'll give you a solid outing. I mean, it's tough to say, oh, this is how many hits, this is how many runs, this is how many strikeouts. I don't know. I mean, I'd expect Thomas Farr to give you a solid 7. It's really hard. I think he'll have success, though. I don't think Texas is a really great hitting team, and I've talked to a good buddy of mine, Tyler King, who goes way back to the Armchair days, and he did Armchair Texas, and we talked college baseball and all that. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to do a Q&A with him for the website this week, probably drop Thursday. So be sure to stay tuned for that because he's a diehard Texas guy. I mean, huge Texas, lives in Austin, I think still, loves Texas baseball. And he told me, and I asked him, hey, what's your thoughts on Texas this point in the season? His answer was simple. He said, we have great pitching, but we cannot hit. So you would think that I think Thomas Farr should be able to have some success, but he's going to have to. Again, you're going against Ty Madden on Friday, and Madden, one of the best in the country, a guy that gets his fastball up there, 96, 97 miles an hour, can touch 98 miles an hour. I mean, he had 14 strikeouts on Friday last weekend. So, that Friday game is probably going to be a game you have to win 1-0, 2-1. I mean, you're going to have to, man. That's why you got to have a big time guy on Friday, because you're going to have to win games that way. You know what I mean? It's just bottom line. You know what I'm saying? When you're facing guys that are probably going to be first rounders or second rounders or whatever, you're going to have to win really low scoring, close ball games. So I feel good. I feel good about Thomas Farr. I feel good about, what he brings to the table, and he's pitched well. But yeah, so we'll see. It'll be a really fun one to watch Friday. It'll be a lot of fun to watch. Let's see. Travis Royal, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in, my friend. Savannah Webster, healing vibes. Alili Grissett tore her Achilles, will miss the tournament. Wow. Joseph, it's crazy how after watching the Mercer series, looking back on the Clemson series, just seems insane. Those two games had a super regional feel. Already feels like it was months ago. Yeah, no, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. And, I'll say this too. I think some of it, the way I felt over the Mercer series kind of was on me directly because I kind of had like the allergy thing hit. And like I felt sort of out of it, to be totally honest with you. But it definitely had a totally different vibe, which I mean, again, is what you expect though. Like the Mercer series isn't going to have the same weight as the Clemson series. We all know that. But, you took care of business and you got the job done. But man, I will tell you, that Clemson series was as intense. That was as nervous as I've been at a sporting event in quite a long time. I mean, I was for whatever reason just especially Sunday, just on the edge of my seat. So it was nuts. Joseph, our advantage will be in the bullpen and the deep ball. Lock it in. Yeah, listen, I feel good about the series overall. I can't wait. I mean, I'm obviously as a Gamecock fan, I'm pulling for South Carolina to win. That's no question. I can't wait from the college baseball perspective too, though. It's going to be a series one for the ages, man. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible. I can't wait. So again, guys, like I said, in case you missed the big news, we will be doing a live watch along tomorrow night. South Carolina Citadel Gamecocks taking on the Citadel at 6. First pitch at 6 o'clock. And again, I know a lot of you have suggested this, but going to finally execute on it, doing a live watch along. And again, if you don't know what that means, it's as simple as I'm going to go live at 5:45 before first pitch. We'll talk it up. We'll yuck it up, whatever. 6 o'clock first pitch. I will have the game on in the studio, and I'll be chilling here in my studio and have the mic and have everything, and we'll watch the game together. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it'll be something really cool, really unique. And again, we'll kind of see how it goes and go from there. But I think something that could be really, really cool and something that could be really fun content-wise. So I appreciate all you with the love support because, again, if there wasn't that much love support and even interest, I probably wouldn't, pursue it or try to do it or whatever it may be. So I really appreciate you guys, man. It's awesome. It's fun. And again, it's fun for me because like I told you guys before, the content continues to evolve and we try to continue to grow and it's fun. It's fun. So you can't fear change. You have to embrace it. And, I'm looking forward to it. I'm pumped. So definitely pumped. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. We actually had a text here. Billy Vincent. Hey, Chris, love the show. What's your thoughts on the possibility of us hiring Greg Marshall when USC and Coach Martin decide to part ways, whenever that may be? I know he interviewed for the job when Martin was hired. Curious your thoughts. I think Greg Marshall will be a good hire. I think that'd be a good hire overall. I'm just still not sold though that Martin's going anywhere this year. I know people are saying that Phil Kornblue has his sources that Martin's out. I just really find that hard to believe. I'd be floored. I really would. I would be flat out floored, but you never know. Crazier things have happened, I guess. So Joseph says, after the game Saturday night versus Clemson, my head was throbbing and my stomach hurt. I took 3 ibuprofen. It didn't help. That game was crazy. I'll ask you guys, by the way, as well, for those who are interested and intrigued with the watch along, if you've ever tuned into any before, do you have any suggestions, things you'd like to see, things that you think would make the stream more fun, whatever? And obviously I love taking the feedback and everything else, but just curious, is there anything that stands out that you really want to see tomorrow night from the watch along? Outside of just the normal, obviously, me being live and doing the damn thing. So I'm just curious. You guys let me know if there's anything in particular you guys want to see. Just let me know. So I need to get a new light bulb for that light. That's for damn sure. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Somebody said Seitler's starting tomorrow. Where did you see that? Is that on did Kingston just announced that, or is that on the website, or like what's the deal with that? Because I did not see that. Not doubting you. I didn't see it. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yep. You are correct. Seitler getting the start. How about that? He better have his pitching pants on. Yeah, I'll be excited to see it. I'll be excited to see it. I thought Seitler threw fairly well against Winthrop at their place last week, and I think he's definitely capable. And we'll kind of see what happens. But no, I feel good about Seitler starting. I will say it's so incredible the jump Josiah Seitler has made, because I'll be honest with you guys, I really wasn't sure if he was cut out for Carolina baseball, for SEC baseball, and I questioned his stat. When just watching him in scrimmages and stuff, and again, this was last year, I just kind of questioned, if he was cut out for it. And really, really happy to see the progression he's made. He's made a huge jump in his game. Huge jump. I'm actually making the graphic right now, guys. How do you guys feel, by the way, AJ Lawson being named second team All SEC? What are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you feel he got snubbed? Is it right where he belongs? Like, what's your thoughts? I think it's pretty fair. I mean, he had a good year. I don't think he's first team or anything, but let's see. Savannah says, we feel good about Seitler starting. Yeah, I feel pretty good about it. Savannah, what's the setup going to be? Are you going to be showing the game on the screen for us too? Well, again, like I said, I can't stream the game on the stream because YouTube will rip that thing down in 2 seconds. So I can't really do that, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. All right, let's jump to the phone lines here. Chris Scott says, strikeout boy. Oh, my God. All right. Hey, Skyland, what's up, man?
Strikeout Kobe.
Bro, strikeout boy. You might quit baseball.
We was giving him the business in those fans.
Dude, yeah, that was hilarious, to be honest. I was dying. And dude, he struck out like every time. He literally struck out like every time.
We told that boy there was a JV of Georgia Tech, and they got their jerseys from Walmart, the Faded Glory jersey.
Yeah, I heard y'all say that, the B team.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. But I saw someone asked about how do we feel about Seitler starting, and to be honest with you, to my opinion, I don't feel too good about him starting.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't feel like he's
favorite player.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's going to go out there and throw a shutout by any means, but I mean, because here's the predicament you're in, though. I mean, you obviously want to win the game. I mean, there's no question. And I mean, I don't think they'd be starting Seitler if they didn't feel like they'd have a good chance to win the game. But I mean, you're not going to start Will Sanders, bro. You're not going to burn your big guys before this weekend. So I think you'll see a mixture of Seitler, Danny Lloyd, Cam Tringali, Parker Coyne, John Gilreath, like the guys that aren't the first ones out of the pen going into this weekend. Those are going to be the guys you see get the innings. I mean, if they can get 5 innings out of Seitler, I think they would be very happy with that. And like I said, let the bullpen guys go from there. But and there's a lot of guys that need to throw. I mean, Gilreath also. There's a lot of guys that need to throw. So, guys, I think the guys I think the guys you won't see tomorrow night are guys like Will Sanders, Jack Mahoney, Brett Carey.
Right.
I thought maybe you see Mag Cotto tomorrow night. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't thrown in a little while. You probably won't see Jackson Phipps unless he comes in for like an inning. So, and I just think, people continue to ask, and I know you'd probably agree with this, man. People just continue to ask, though, where's Cam Tringali? Where's Parker Coyne? Where's John Gilreath? And Mark Kingston has alluded to it. If you really listen to his pressers, to his post-game stuff, Mark Kingston's alluded to it, but they just like the young guys, man. And, how can you blame them? I mean, how can you blame them?
Cam took a big step back. You saw that Tuesday. I know nobody got to watch the game.
Right.
But he hit 3 of the 4 batters he faced.
Right.
He was one of the worst pitchers in the fall and the spring.
Yeah, and I've had the privilege, the opportunity, whatever, to talk with a lot of former Carolina baseball players, and you talk to any of them. I mean, they'll tell you, man, South Carolina. I mean, hell, who was Tyler Webb just said it. You know what I mean? South Carolina's a place where you have a couple bad outings, like you might not pitch for 2 months, bro. There's just so much competition. You know what I mean? Like they're not just going to keep running you out there. I mean, you look at how the bullpen fared this past weekend: 11 innings, 19 strikeouts, and 1 walk, and didn't give up a run. That's why those guys are getting to go out there, bro. Like they're not walking. Like a guy like Danny Lloyd. I love Danny Lloyd. I think his stuff is nasty, but it's just like, if it's every single time we put you out there, it's a mixed bag, and we don't know if you're going to be able to throw strikes, and they just, you're not going to get the opportunities. You're just not going to get them. So, I hate to see it, but like a guy like Will Sanders, his stuff's nasty. He's throwing strikes. Jack Mahoney, stuff's nasty, throwing strikes. Phipps, same thing. Brett Carey obviously does what Brett Carey does. Those are the guys that are going to get the ball. So, I mean, it's I don't even say it's unfortunate, man. It's just competition. Like, it's just flat out competition. This is what we wanted. We don't want to just keep running the same guys out there because we have to. And I mean, I'd love to see Cam Tringali and Coyne and all these other guys elevate their game. Danny Lloyd elevate their game, because those young guys are for real, bro. We got some young guys that are for real. So, and it's like I said, it's a really good thing. It's a good problem to have. I don't think it's a problem at all. But
and I apologize. Yeah. I thought that comment was from Slightler to start the lineup, not Wednesday night. I thought she meant how do we feel about Slightler starting the lineup.
Oh, no. He's getting the start on the mound. Yeah.
See, I feel like when Heinrich coming back, and of course Mullins will come back and play third, that's going to make Wimmer go to the outfield.
So is Heinrich
no spot for Slightler?
Is Heinrich back?
He probably will be back for the Texas series.
Okay. Gotcha.
Let's see.
Kingston says Jeff Heinrich still working through his injury in that 70% range of full health.
Oh.
So, yeah, we'll see what that means.
He might not be back, but when he gets back, someone has to sit that bench. I don't want it to be from Slightler.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. You got to play the guys that are hitting, that are swinging. I don't want to give up on Brennan Malone. I really think that'd be a mistake. But at the same time, he's got to figure it out. You got to hit, and at least Satterfield is giving you productive ABs, right? I mean, at least he's not tearing the cover off the ball or anything, but hell, he had 2 RBI Saturday and 1 Sunday, and the 1 Sunday won the game. So he's getting the job done.
I won't be surprised. I know it's too much moving around, but maybe to get Slightler in the lineup, and this is more than likely will not happen. This is me talking. Moving George off the field, putting Wimmer at short, Heinrich at second, and Slightler in left field, but that probably won't happen.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I love George Khalil, and I think he's a plus in the field, but man, he cannot hit right now. Right now, at least. I mean, I just don't know how long you can ride with a guy who is basically at this point becoming an automatic out in the lineup. I mean, he's literally becoming an automatic out, and that's the thing that's been the most concerning to me, dude. With George Khalil's, it's not that he's slumping, right? Like slumps happen, like guys get in slumps. The at bats are not even competitive for the most part. Like. He looks overmatched. He looks just flat out overmatched. And like
Noah Myers is not even looking good out there.
Right. And it's not like he looks overmatched against guys throwing like 97, bro. We're talking about Mercer guys throwing 88. And I mean, he looks overmatched. I mean, it's crazy to me, dude. I don't know. I know they like George a lot, but I agree with you. I think moving in a perfect world, here's what I think would happen in a perfect world. In a perfect world, Heinrich comes back to full health. Wimmer slides to short. Heinrich plays second. Malone gets his shit together and plays third. I mean, I really think in a perfect world, Brandon Fields gets his shit together, but I don't know that that's going to happen. But ideally, I think either Noah Myers or I guess, Sightler in left, but,
Right. I got to go back to work, buddy. So have a good day.
All right, man. Sounds good, brother. We'll talk soon.
All right.
All right, bye. Yep, go Cox. Yep, great stuff. Great stuff. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377, guys. Josiah Sightler getting the start tomorrow. Heath Hagler, Fields finds his bat. I think you've got to start him at center. His range is just different. He's got to hit, though. That's the biggest thing, man. You got to hit. You have to hit. I mean, at this level, you just flat out got to hit, man. There's no other way to put it. You got to hit. So I like Fields. I think he's a specimen. I think he's just a straight up athlete, no question. But you've got to hit. You just flat out got to hit. So if he can do that, he'll play. But he's got a lot of swing and miss in his game right now. He's got a lot of swing and miss, and he had some very uncompetitive at bats against Mercer. And if you're doing that against Mercer, it's really hard to stick a kid in the lineup against Texas. So, Elizabeth Ballard, when George's at the bat, I keep hoping he'll hit. Yeah, me too. Let's see. What's up, Chris? I don't care who's pitching. If they can get the job done, I say start them. I don't care if they're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. If they get the job done, I say start them. Hope you're having a great day. Go Gamecocks. Yeah, hey, listen, it's all about getting the job done. If you can get the job done, you're going to get the ball. So, bottom line. And I think Sightler can do it. I do think Sightler can do it. I feel good about Josiah Sightler. I do. I will say this. Somebody commenting on Frank Martin. Let's see. It says, Adam Ritter from Frank Martin's comments. He looks like he's gone. I will say this. I think he's back next year, but it does remind me. It's eerily similar to the end of the Muschamp era where he's kind of justifying like, oh, look what we've done these years and these teams and, look what we've done. Like I said, I posed this question to Martin. I posed this question to the fan base, to everyone involved without citing the Final Four, without citing Pat. Like, give me reasons why I should feel optimistic and hopeful for the future, not the past, the future. I don't give a damn what you've done to this point. I don't really care that you went to the Final Four anymore. Why should we feel optimistic and hopeful in the future? Because nobody can seem to give me that answer. Nobody seems to give me that answer. And that's really all that that's all that matters. That's really all it comes down to is like, why should we feel optimistic and hopeful? So just my thoughts, just my opinions on it. So, again, guys, quick content update in case you guys did not know. I woke up this morning, no podcast today, and I was like, well, damn, this is weird. This feels very weird. Looked at the schedule for baseball, midweek games on Tuesdays. At minimum, starting next week, we're going to go back to 5 shows a week. I know I'm the worst. I know but hey, there's power in changing your mind. Like I said, I kind of reevaluated and looked at the schedule and we're like, you know what? I think we can definitely swing it. I think we can definitely make it happen. We're going to go back to that. I'm not going to guarantee that there's going to be a podcast tomorrow, although we could certainly do it in regards to talking about the Citadel game and the midweek and all that good stuff. But again, just roll with the punches, guys. Just hang with me. I'll let you know what the deal is. But at minimum next week, we'll go back to 5 podcasts a week. I love making the content, man. And you know, listen, there are some advantages. There's some pros in regards to only putting out 2 shows a week. You know, I was able to wake up this morning and really brainstorm and think about other content and other things I want to do. But at the same time, we can do that and have the podcast come out every single day. So, I just love making the content. I love the content bleeding out the eyeballs. And again, like I said, I just looked at the schedule and I was like, you know what, we can make it work. We can make it set up well. And we got spring football starting in 2 weeks. So I think that should give us a lot to talk about. So going back to that, also, John Gibbs, his best news yet, 5 podcasts. Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, man, because most people are like, dude, 5 podcasts is so much. I've just gotten so used to it, man. I've gotten so used to it. I love the daily grind. I love the daily shows. And like I said, the reason I made the decisions, I was like, you know what? I don't want to insult the listener where I'm just putting out shows on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and there's not enough content. There's not enough happening going on to call for it. And we're just it's just fluff and it's just, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to insult the listeners in that way. But I'm like, you know what? I think we strategize it correctly. We can do it. We can break it out. We do 5 shows a week and continue to do the Daily Crow. So I think that's what's going to happen, man. I think that's the move. What else? Also, watch along tomorrow night, the first ever one. South Carolina Citadel baseball. First pitch at 6. I'll go live at 5:45. The first ever live watch along for the game. That's going to be on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Of course, I've already made the event. You'll see it on YouTube and Facebook for sure. So if you want to tune into that, like I said, I'll be watching the game. I'm about to actually probably flip the studio today and we'll get that rolling. And it should be a lot of fun. Like I said, it should be a lot of fun. So overall, something I'm very, very excited for. And I think it'll be really cool. I think it'll be really, really cool. So, but yeah, I think we're going to go back to the five shows per week at minimum starting next week. I just, like I said, I just look at it and I'm like, you know what? I think we can swing it. I think we can justify it. And, you know, I love doing it. Man. I love making the content. So again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Again, in case you guys missed it, Josiah Seitler getting the start tomorrow. Christopher says, I got one more update. Strikeout Boy has went to rehab. Jesus, bro. Y'all lit into that kid, man. I don't know if that was you specifically, but man, that poor kid, man. Like I said, he's going to quit baseball. He's going to have to quit college baseball, man, after that shellacking he got. Heath Hagler, yeah, live coverage. Like I said, the watch along, the first ever one. I'm excited for it. Again, it's new content, it's fresh content, it's something different, something I've never done. I know a lot of you have suggested it, and I just figure why not? Now's as good as any time. So I mean, I think we'll see how it goes, and it's something that if it goes well, which I mean I'd expect it to go well, but assuming it goes well, Something that we'll do more and more often. Maybe like we'll do one game per weekend. We'll do that, or it'll just kind of depend, because obviously I'm at basically all the home games, but I think it's something, assuming it goes well, like we could certainly incorporate for, say, football season. But again, I'm looking forward to it. I think it should be a really good time. I think it should be a really, really good time. So, yep, should be a really, really good time. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. We got about 15 minutes left here. Taking your questions, comments, calls as well. John Gibbs, do you think we'll get that DB from Clemson? Great talent, but don't want a problem player. On the flip, he could come here and completely change and certainly start. Listen, I think it's possible we get him. I definitely think it's possible we get him. I think it's definitely possible we get him. So, we'll see. We'll see. You definitely don't want to bring somebody into your program that's a cancer, that, has issues that are lingering, that, you don't want to bring that in your program. But if he's corrected himself, if he's fixed himself, you're talking about a 5-star player. So, and Elizabeth Ballard says, rumor that he was smoking the reefer. And I'll say this, if he got kicked out of Clemson just for smoking weed, then I hope to God we pick him up. Because, I don't smoke. I don't. I wouldn't lie. I don't smoke weed. I don't partake in it. It's just not my thing. But, if that's why he got kicked out, there are many worse things than he was smoking weed. I can tell you that much. So, John Gibbs says, I'm tired of getting their hand-me-downs and wanting to recruit the talent out of high school. Yeah, it's not my favorite thing, but if you can get a really, really good ball player and they can help you out, why not? Why not? Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. I'm actually really excited now to flip the studio. I'm very, very excited. I've got some really cool ideas that I think could be really cool in here. So you guys just stay tuned, man. This is a really fun time of year, obviously, with baseball, and we're wrapping up basketball. And we got the basketball game on Thursday, of course, taking on Ole Miss. And we published our Canadian Cock Talk video today, and my guy Noah actually thinks that South Carolina is going to beat Ole Miss. Believe that or not. By the way, guys, I want to show this to you really quick. I'm actually going to drop this as soon as we get off. As soon as we get off the Daily Crow here. St. Patty's Day merch. Boom. You'll see we've got these 3 T-shirts. St. Patty's Day merch. You guys let me know your thoughts on that. Just some fun stuff. Figure why not? St. Patty's Day is just around the corner, and I figure why not? We'll put those out there. And, you guys want to celebrate St. Patty's Day with some Gamecock-themed merch, we've got it there for you. So we got the Leprecock, Rub My Shamcock, and then my personal favorite, the South Carolina Drinking Team T-shirt. I think that is just a beauty. I think that shirt is an absolute beauty. So, yeah, we've got the St. Patty's Day merch, guys. Like I said, I'll be putting that out on social media immediately following the Daily Crow. So, boom, there you go. Just want to make you guys aware of that. Again, 843-790-3377, guys. That's 843-790-3377. Let's see. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. Are you guys looking forward to the basketball game Thursday? I'm very curious. Are y'all looking forward to that? John Gibbs, can any of y'all imagine the feeling if our men's team won the SEC tournament? Go play the lottery if it happens. Jesus, that would be the wildest, just most absurd thing that ever happened. And it's not going to happen. But if it did, wow. I'm curious. I wonder what the spread will be because Ole Miss already kicked our ass once. So I got to think the spread is going to be probably 6 or 7, I'd have to say. Yeah, I would think 6 or 7. Joseph says, I got my high school baseball practice today at 4 o'clock. Attaboy. Get after it. Attaboy. I don't know why you put the crying emoji, but that's awesome. I miss high school practice. It was fun. It was very fun. You know what I used to love? I used to love Saturday morning practice, believe it or not. I was like, dude, what better way to spend a Saturday morning than at the baseball field? I mean, it's just love it, man. Absolutely loved it. Those days playing for North Augusta were incredible. Those group of guys, and it was just awesome, man. Truly the glory days. Truly the glory days. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. I'm actually really pumped today. The creative juices are flowing today, guys. Creative juices are flowing. Here we go. Let's get a text. What's up, Chris? It's Robbie Davis. Just want to tell you love your show because you tell it like it is, and I love that about your show. Robbie, thank you. Thank you. And I'll say this. Again, back to the Frank Martin stuff, because that's obviously a topic of conversation right now. You know, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm not a fire Frank Martin guy. I want Frank back next year. I'd love to see nothing more than you know, him turn it around. And this time next year, we're talking about, you know, the tournament, and we're talking about what seed we are and all that. But I've told you guys before, and I'll probably expand on this next week. I thought about putting out the piece today. I thought about putting out the piece today, but decided not to. I don't want to put it out ahead of the SEC tournament. Let's wait until the season's actually over. But I don't know, man. If you're Frank Martin, I think you really got to weigh your options in regards to, you know, do I come back? Do I retire? Do I take another opportunity? Because, you know, I see fans just saying, oh, you know, he's going to come back, but the minimum expectation is to win, is to go to the tournament. And I'm like, that almost feels unrealistic for this program right now. That feels unrealistic. Elizabeth Ballard, yes, the Win Anyways t-shirts. I just posted the link. They are on there. If you scroll down a little bit, they are on there. Yes. Yes. The Win Anyway t-shirts are on the website. So, hashtag Win Anyway. I've thought about even redesigning those shirts. Joseph, how intense would content be if the basketball team was as good as they were supposed to be? Oh, I mean, it'd be great, dude. I mean, I joke with people, and I'll tell you though, I mean, the interesting thing about what I do is the best thing that could happen to my business is out of my control, and that's us winning. I mean, I can't control how many games we win. I have no control over that. So, you know, and that goes for all the sports. I mean, listen, the best thing that could happen to my content is we go 12-0 in football. You know what I mean? Like that'd be the best possible thing that could happen. And unfortunately, it hasn't happened. You know, everybody wants to hear, you know, everybody wants to tune in and follow a winner, right? And it just, you know, it becomes really tough when you're losing, and especially when you're losing in basketball, in a sport that, like I told you guys, it's just the honest truth that you've got to put a product out there. And if you don't have a product, people are not going to tune in. They're not going to invest their time and emotion and their resources and all that stuff. They're just not going to do it. And they're not going to consume content. You know, nobody wants to, you know, listen. A lot of people, most people don't want to tune in and listen to me bitch and moan about how bad basketball is. And, you know, especially, or nobody wants to tune in and listen to like a game preview for a team that's terrible. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, who gives a damn? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, if they were as good as they were supposed to be, I mean, it'd be a lot of fun right now, but unfortunately they're not. So, Courtney Washington, what's going on? Appreciate it. The hat is dope. I like this hat. This is the Braves spring training cap. So, Phil, yes, rub my shamcock. Indeed. Save the rock, rub the shamcock. Indeed. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Phil, I feel like you'd be a big St. Patty's Day guy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like you'd be a very big St. Patty's Day guy. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see. Are you guys looking forward to MLB baseball, by the way? We got any MLB baseball fans in here? I know Phil's a Red Sox guy, and obviously I've got the Braves cap on. I'm going to really try to follow it more closely this year. I'm going to try to follow. I say that every year, though, but I will say last year I was able to watch a lot of games because the 60-game schedule and, sports came back, and it's like, well, we're definitely going to watch. I'm going to try to watch a lot of the Braves games because they're a fun team. They're a really good team. I was looking at MLB power rankings. They had the Braves ranked 4th. So it was Dodgers 1, Padres 2, Yankees 3, Braves 4. So, yeah, overall, I think Braves fans should be very, very excited for this season. Corey says Braves should be good again this year, but Dodgers are stacked. Indeed, they are. John Gibbs, I struggle with MLB for whatever reason, but I love the Braves. I'm a college baseball guy. Well, dude, the reason you probably struggle with MLB is the same reason I struggle. Is there's just so many games. I mean, there's so many. Like, again, after not having sports last year, I'll never take for granted like a late June, early July, 7 o'clock first pitch between Braves Phillies. I never will, but it's just like, it's a long season, bro. 162 games is a long, long season. Like, bro, anybody who's a fan who watches all the games, like every single game every night, like I genuinely salute you. Like you are a trooper. You are a that's so much baseball. Austin Kane, surprised Jackie left Boston. Well, I think they just didn't want to pay him. I mean, I think he just took the best deal. So, Travis Roll, 162 games is brutal. Let's be honest. Love baseball. We all have obligations. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly, for sure. And that doesn't make you like a bad fan or anything. It's just there's a lot of games. There's no other way to put it. There's a lot of games. So there's just flat out a lot of games. John Gibbs, would you like to see college go to wood bats? I think you'd be able to see the talent more clearly if so, and quite frankly, they should, because pro is all wood. No, I like the separation between the pro and the college game. I think it's something unique to college. More ping, less bling. You remember that promo? I think that's an awesome promo they should continue to do. Or they haven't done that, I guess, since like mid 2000s or something. But no, I think that no, I like it the way it is. I like there's again a separation between pro and college. I mean, listen, there's some guys that if you were to put wood in their hand, man, it would be a struggle to say the least. It would be a struggle to say the absolute least, for sure. But Guys, going to go ahead and wrap it up. Again, that's going to be it for today's show. Like I said, please just roll with the punches. Stay tuned for all the content. I know with the podcast stuff, I said we were going to 2 shows a week. I've already freaking changed my mind, basically. So the podcast might be back tomorrow. We might stay with 2 shows this week, but definitely next week we're going to go back to 5 shows a week. I've just made the decision. I love doing the podcast. I love making the content. And, you know, I think with the midweek baseball games and this baseball team, I think they deserve the coverage, and we're going to have spring football starting soon. I think there will be enough content to call for those shows. Like I said, the beauty is that we can change our mind. We can adapt, we can adjust, we can move, we can change if we need to. And so just to keep you guys in the loop, like I said, thank you guys for rolling with the punches and being cool with everything. But yeah, really appreciate you guys tuning in. Hey, stay tuned for all of the content today on social media, of course. And we'll talk to you soon again tomorrow, noon to 1. We'll do the Daily Crow. Appreciate you guys tuning in.